Good morning. Today we will start with energy transfer and general energy analysis. We will start from energy transfer by work. So energy can be transferred with the help of work. Previous we have studied about the energy transfer in the form of heat. So energy can cross the boundary of a closed system in the form of work. Therefore, if energy crossing the boundary of a closed system is not heat, it must be work. So heat is easy to recognize. Its driving force is temperature difference between the system and surrounding. Then we can simply say that an energy interaction that is not caused by temperature difference between a system and its surrounding is called work. If there is no temperature difference, it means there must be some work. More especially, work is an energy transfer associated with a force acting through a distance. A rising piston, a rotating shaft and electric wire crossing the system boundary are all associated with work. You can see here work density, which is work done per unit mass, is called work, total work divided by mass. The work done per unit time is called power and is denoted by W dot. If you divide this work by time, you will get this W dot, same as in case of heat transfer. So this is total amount of work and this is your rate of work done, because this amount of work is done in 5 seconds. If you divide by time, you will get the rate at which work is done, and this is your specific work output. You can see here in this figure, this is your system. Heat in denoted by Q in, heat out denoted by Q out, same work in denoted by W in, and work out W by W out. So these are the sign convention. One way of doing that is to adopt a sign convention. The generally accepted form sign convention for heat and work interaction is as follows: heat transfer to a system and work done by system are positive. So if heat is transferred to the system, it is positive, and if system do some work, it is positive. Means this Qn is positive, this W out is positive, and the rest is negative. Another way is to use subscripts in and out. For example, a work output of 5 kJ can be expressed as W in 5. So this work in is 5 kJ. So it can be written as, if a surrounding do some work on system, so it can be written as W in. While a heat loss of 3 kJ can be expressed as Q out. If there is a heat loss from system to surrounding, so it is written as Q out, because heat has lost from system to surrounding, so how much heat has released. When the direction of heat or work interaction is not known, we can simply assume a direction for the interaction. A positive result indicates the assumed direction is right, and if the result comes out negative, so it means the direction of the interaction is opposite of that assumed. So one thing is to understand that heat and work are energy transfer mechanisms. So both are recognized at boundaries of system. As they cross the boundaries, means if there is any work and heat transfer within the system, that is none of use to us. We will just see at what boundaries, what is transferred, how much heat is transferred, and how much work is transferred. System possesses energy but no heat or work. Both are associated with the process, not a state. Unlike properties, heat or work has no meaning at a state. Both are path functions. So heat and work are path functions. You can see from this PV diagram here, there are two processes, that is process A, process B. While initial point of process A and B and final point is same. So process start from 1 ends at 2, but it follows two different paths. So during both the paths, the change in volume is same. You can see here from 1 to 2, the change in volume is 2 to 5. It is 3 meter cube as for both the processes. But work output is different, that is 8 kJ and 12 kJ. It means your work is path dependent. It means if you follow a path, your work is 8 kJ less. If you follow this path, your work is more, that is 12 kJ. So you can say work is path dependent while volume is your path independent. So path functions have inexact differentials designated by the symbol delta. You can say this is your work, and work it is denoted by delta. Why it is delta? Because it is inexact differentials, while your volume, which is denoted by this dV, having exact differentials v2 minus v1, exact means that whatever the path you will follow, you will get the same value of V. While in this case, inexact differential means it depends on path. Whether you go from 1 to 2, if you go from 1 to 2 through this path, so this will depend on this path. So you will get a different amount of work. And if you follow a path B, so this integral will give you different value. In the second case, we see electrical work. You can see there is a system here and the wire is coming into the system with a particular resistance, current and voltage. That electrons crossing the system boundary do electric work on the system. In an electric field, electrons in a wire move under the effect of electromagnetic force doing work. When n coulombs of electrical charge move through a potential difference V, the electric work done is equal to W is equal to your potential difference into number of coulombs, or you can say W is equal to Vi into del T, where del T is the time interval. So this is another form of work which is electrical. Another is mechanical forms of work. There are several different ways of doing work, each in some way related to the force acting through a distance. So normally work is defined when you apply a force and object moves by distance, and the product is called the work. So work is from 1 to 2, force multiplied by the distance. Obviously one needs to know how the force varies with displacement to perform this integration. The sign is easily determined from physical considerations. The work done on a system by an external force acting in a direction of motion is negative, and work done by system against an external force acting in opposite direction is to the motion is called positive. So there is one other work, that is your shaft work. You can see here example of a boat. So here is your engine and this is your propeller shaft. So torque you can say applied by the shaft is equal to force into the distance r, where r is the you can say moment arm radius, which is rotating propeller. So the force acts through a distance s, which is related to the radius r by, so you can correlate. So when this propeller rotate under the effect of this force F, this propeller will rotate by 2 pi r times of revolution. You can say distance it will cover. So when one rotation it will cover 2 pi r, that is r is the radius of this propeller, and this tip will rotate by 2 pi r, and if there are n revolutions, so total distance covered by this propeller tip is 2 pi r n. When you put this value here, you will get the value of torque, or now work is equal to, from this equation you can find the force. Now work is equal to force into distance. After solving, work of shaft is equal to 2 pi nt. So this is a shaft work which we will see across the shafts. The power transmitted through the shaft is the shaft work per unit time, which can be expressed as 2 pi nt, where n is the number of revolution per unit time. In the car engine it is same. Here this is the engine, this is shaft, again revolution and the torque. You can find the shaft work output of the car. This is 2 pi nt. The same here, you can find how much work is done by engine through shaft on the wheel. Next, your spring work. Suppose you had a spring, it is at rest position. When you apply some force on the spring, it will, you can say it will deflect, or you can say its length will increase by dx amount. So what is work on the spring? When the length of spring changes by a differential amount dx under the influence of force F, the work is said to be done F into dx. So whatever force is applied, so whatever the change in the length of the spring, so this is now F is equal to kx for linear elastic spring. So what is the amount of the force you need to apply? That depends on spring constant and how much amount you have moved. So when you solve this, you will get work spring is equal to half k into x2 square minus x1 square. So this is the work done in case of spring. There are many other forms of mechanical work. Work done on elastic solid bars. Even solid bars can be modulated as a linear spring, because under action of the force they contract or elongate, and when the force is lifted they return to their original positions. So you can hear work in the elastic bar is equal to force into again distance. So but whatever this force, this is your normal stress. You can find the force from here into area, and you will get the work in case of elastic bar here. It will act same way as your spring. So work associated with the stretching of a liquid film. This is another type of work. Consider a liquid film such as soap film suspended on a wire frame. we know from experience that it will take some force to stretch this film by movable portion of the wire frame. This force is used to overcome the microscopic force between molecules at liquid air interface. So these microscopic forces are perpendicular to any line in the surface. So the force generated by this force per unit length is called surface tension, which is denoted by sigma s. Its unit is again as Newton per meter. Therefore, work associated with the stretching of a film is also called surface tension, which is work surface is equal to surface tension multiplied by dA, and you will get from here force is equal to 2b sigma s, where you can see this is your rigid wire frame and this is your surface of film. So this is the, you can say, movable boundary. You will apply a force here. So this is film is contact with the air from two sides. One is from this side, one from another side. So whatever area which is contact with the air is, when you just move by small distance dx, the change in area is equal to 2bx because of this b multiplied with dx for one side and the same for second side. So the factor 2 is due to the fact that the film has two surface in contact with the air. So this is the example of work associated with stretching of a liquid film. Next is your work done to raise or accelerate a body. So this type of work we came across where we have to lift a body against the gravitational force. Means if you have to lift even your own weight, you are sitting on a chair, you have to raise yourself, so you have to do some work. Or if you have to lift a bucket of you can say water, you have to supply some work. When a body is raised in a gravitational field, its potential energy increases, and when a body is accelerated, its kinetic energy increases. The conservation of energy principle requires that an equivalent amount of energy must be transferred to the body being raised or accelerated. Remember that energy can be transferred to a given mass by heat and work, and energy transfer in this case is obviously not heat, since it is not driven by temperature difference, because to raise the level of any body in the, you can say, its datum from ground to some height, it does not need any sort of heat. You need to actually do work. So this work is, you can see an example here. You have an elevator car, so this is the motor, so this motor will rotate and it will lift the elevator. So the energy transferred to the body while being raised is equal to the change in potential energy. So its potential energy will be changed if the initial elevator is at this level, and after the change in the level, so whatever the height it had gained, you can calculate by mgh from that. So this is your you can say work done to raise or to accelerate a body. So next is your example of a car which is moving at 90 km per hour and with the mass of 1200 kg with the elevation 30 degree. So you can find determine the power required to accelerate a 900 kg car from rest to a velocity of 80 km in 20 seconds on a level road. So we need some amount of power to accelerate this car. That can be directly find out from half mv square, because its initial velocity is 0 and final velocity is 90 km per second kilometer per hour. So from there you can find the total amount of work needed, and we have to accelerate within 20 seconds. So this total amount of work divided by time, we will get power which is 11.1 kilowatt. So in this way we can solve these problems. Next is your non-mechanical form of work. There is another form of work, that is non-mechanical form of work. So the treatment in section 2 to 5 represent a fairly comprehensive coverage of mechanical forms of work except the moving boundary work, that is covered in chapter 4. But some work modes encountered in practice are not mechanical. However, the non-mechanical work modes can be treated in a similar manner, identifying a general force acting in a direction of generalized displacement. Some examples of non-mechanical work modes are electrical work, where the general force is voltage and the general displacement is electrical charge. Due to the potential difference, the electric charge will fall. And magnetic work, where the general force is magnetic field and the general displacement is the total magnetic dipole moment. And electric polarization work, where the general force is electric field strength and general displacement is the polarization of the medium. So this is all about the work. Like this video, subscribe my channel, and thank you for watching this video. For any comment you can give it to the below section. Thank you for watching.